Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of RPGMAKERVXACE, the tutorial series. Now I've been browsing around YouTube looking at other people who have done tutorials and checking out what gets the most views, what people seem to be most interested in seeing, and what I've unanimously come to a conclusion for is that the term basic, just basics, the basics, anything with the word basic in it seems to just swarm with views. So I'm gonna, throw in a little bit something different today. It's not gonna follow our normal chronological order. This will cater to people of all skills except for advanced users. Advanced users know all this stuff already, but I'll throw out some quick basic tips that everyone should know when using RPG Maker VXACE. So I've got a list of today's 3 items. The first one is moving from one map to the next, so basic travel, how to make an NPC ask a question, and how to add more than one item to a treasure chest. So the first one is moving from one map to the next. So you need to be in the event section right here. You can hit F6 to get there, or just click on the button. Then we will use this left edge of the map. When you travel off the left edge of the map, you will appear in this destination over here. This is a new map. You will appear on the right side of this map. Then, if you step on the right side of this map, you will travel back to this map. This is what we're going to do. To do this, you're going to right click and say new event. You're going to set this event to be below the player, below characters, and you're going to make it a player touch. Okay? Now, I'm going to double click and go to tab 2 and say transfer player. I'm going to click on the 3 dots and pick my location for the destination. I have named this destination Destination. Fitting, don't you think? I do. So I'm going to click here. The reason I'm clicking 1 square away from the edge of the map is because if you put them right against the edge, they can't turn around and go back. They'll be stuck against the edge and will not be able to teleport, because you cannot activate a square that you were teleported onto. So you can't put the teleport back behind them. Plus, if you put it here and they walk up or down, they will be teleported backwards to the other map, and they don't want that when they're going up and down. They only want that if they're moving to the right. So we're going to put it here, okay? And you'll see, it'll work out great. It'll be dandy. So I'm going to click there and OK, and I'm going to hit apply, and that's all there is to it. Now I want all of these to activate that teleport, so I'm going to click on it, hit Control C and Control V all down this wall. Okay, now I'm going to go to destination, I'm going to hit new, and I'm going to transfer player once again to transfer player once again to this one, and I'm once again going to click 1 away from the edge of the map. Now you can always specify the direction that your player is facing in when he gets there. In this case I want him to face to the right. And yeah, then I'm going to make sure once again that the trigger is set to player touch and that he is below the character. That way he can step on it. If it's the same layer as the character, you won't be able to step onto it. It will act as an invisible wall. So you need to make sure that it's player touch and underneath. And then I want to Control C and Control V all the way down. Then, to show you that this works, I will set my player starting position right here on the map, and we'll give this game a test. And check this out. I'm going to go off the edge of the map into this location. Check that out. Woo! So that's player travel. Moving on to the next thing. As you know, the next thing is how to make an NPC ask a question. So, to do that, we're going to need an NPC. So I'm going to right click and say new. I'm not going to pick a random picture for the person. We're going to use this one. To do this, we're going to first think of the question. So, and we're going to just do a yes or no question for this one. Show text is what we're going to use to ask the question, what the words of the question are going to be. And the question will be, are you happy today? Just something simple, right? Then we're going to double click below this. That's the question being asked. So we're just showing text, that's all that is. Then to make it feel like a question to the player, you're going to, on the first tab, say show choices. Then you're going to say yes or no. And then you're going to click on the branch, okay? So what this does, if the player says yes, then you want to insert something in this space between yes and no, underneath yes and above no. And she'll say, good, that's great. But if you say no, she's going to say, good, that's great. No, I'm just kidding. She's going to say, well, that's too bad. And then it's going to end. Okay? And that's going to be with the action button trigger and same level as character. Make sure it's the same level as character. So, if I'll show you once again, I'm going to walk up to her and press enter. Are you happy today? Yes. Good, that's great. Are you happy today? No. Well, that's too bad. So you can see that we made two different options there. Okay? And the last thing that we're going to run over today is how to add more than one item to a treasure chest. As you know, oops, cancel. I hope you know that you can right click, go to quick events, and create a treasure chest. If you've watched my tutorials, you know this. If you haven't, you may or may not know this. So you can create a treasure chest. You can pick the graphic for it, any one of these. So let's say we want to be blue today. Now you can put an item in it. Potions, weapons, armor, gold, you know. So let's say it's an item. We're going to put a potion in there. It doesn't let us, first of all, I hope you noticed when I say quick event treasure chest, if I put a potion in there, it doesn't let me put in more than one. Not only does it not let me put in more than one, it doesn't give me the option to put in two different items at the same time. So what we're going to do, once we've created this that gives a potion, I want you to right click and say edit. This is how the program, the auto function for making this treasure chest, puts it together for you. So in theory you could have done this yourself. What we're going to do is see this part right here, the change items. That's the part that controls what item you just got. So if we control C and click below it and control V to add another one, we can now right click and say edit and increase a different item. We can say a high potion as well. We can now also choose how many you get. Okay? So we can say 2 of those. Now you can also add armor and items and gold, any of your choice. I showed you how to control copy just for easy use, but you can also double click below the items that you're adding, and you can, if you look in the party tab on page 1, that's where you can add items and armor. So we can change some gold. So in this treasure chest there's also 100 gold. Constant, oops, you want to put it in the constant box because this means it will always be 100 gold no matter how many times you visit the chest. So increase 100. So we've changed gold by a plus 100. So, and then we're going to double click underneath that too, and we're going to add some armor. Okay, so change armor. So you can go in through. We can even put a party member in the treasure chest. You open the treasure chest and someone joins your party. It can be fantastic. Party people. Anyway, change clothes. You can add an adventurer's garb or a bandana or a circlet. We can add whatever we want. Okay, we've got the list here. Casual clothes. We're going to just throw some casual clothes in a casual treasure chest. 2 of them, in fact. 2 casual clothes in a casual treasure chest. See, we've changed armor, we've changed gold, we've changed items, and we've changed the potion. Now, the last thing you need to do is edit what it says, because it's just going to say potion was found. So now we're going to say, you found a whole lot of stuff. Oh, and also some casual clothes. But no big deal, because they are casual and whatnot. And that's what that treasure chest says. So I'm going to hit save, and I'm going to show you that that works, okay? New game. Run over here and check it out. You found a whole lot of stuff. Oh, and also some casual clothes, but no big deal because they're casual and whatnot. And if I go into my items, you can see that I have a potion and a high potion. You can see that I got my casual clothes ×2, and all is good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This has been The Basics Part 1. I'll do a couple of these each week, and hopefully they help the channel get some views. I'll see you guys next time.